Nearly a year ago, I decided to start a car channel on YouTube, but I wanted to be different. I decided I was going to show my mistakes, my stupid moments, and show off my cheap supermarket tools. And most importantly, I wasn't going to pretend to be a Top Gear presenter while I fix up a bag of car anyone with a brain cell would have scrapped. This is my old car that I didn't really want to scrap. An ex-taxi with over 250,000 miles on the clock. I knew more about the history of the Loch Ness Monster than the history of this thing. But what I did know is that it was a BKD. And if you know your TDIs, you know that it's a pretty good engine. Against all odds, things were, well, going pretty good. Then it went to some twat grassed me up and I was given 28 days to move my car, landing right before Christmas, with loads of stuff missing and no time. Oh yeah, and my computer broke. I stopped uploading for months, but I didn't stop filming. And now? Well, I'm back. And so is my car. And this is what happened. Right, well, what a chaotic few days it's been. We had that big storm, loads of Christmas shopping and random stuff going on, so I've achieved very little, and now I'm playing catch up yet again. So, what I need to do to get this car moved is, first of all, I need to loop these pipes, so obviously my water doesn't just spew out when I move the car. The other thing I need to do is get the headlights and the bumper back on. Let's get stuck in. Woo, look at the state of this, hey? I'm gonna have to put that panel back in there, but I think I may just give it a quick clean out first. Oh my gosh, look at the rust. I didn't even see that. Man, I need to clean this up. This is not good. If anyone's ever wondered why the sills rust out on Mark V Golfs and VW Tourans, have a look at this. Water goes in here, runs down there, and it goes down there, pulls in here in the sill. See? So it's actually, the problem is the water running out of this, down along here, and into the sill, where it's captive, and it rots into there, because it's got nowhere to escape. So there's your problem. It's that drain there. So I've cleaned out all up there. I'm probably going to whip over this with a wire brush and put some rust converter on, just all around these, around the two top mounts when it's dry, and then cover them up to go off overnight. And I'm going to fluid film all in here. It's not ideal, obviously, because I'm under a tight deadline. I've got to get this car shifted. I haven't had time to go to town on all this like I wanted to, but it's okay. We can still make it better than what it is. All the gutters are cleaned out. I mean, these holes here, they were completely blocked. You know, this is proper car maintenance right here. This is the stuff that a lot of people don't do, that needs to be done. I just realised I've missed some mud. Look at that. See? I can actually feel that there's still a lot of like wax oil from the factory down here. So that's one plus, at least it's well protected. But yeah, I'm only doing this section because once it's back together, I'm going to go on the rear axle and get this car MOT'd, because once it's MOT'd, I'll be able to bring it back and have it on the drive without any complaints, because they can't complain about it if it's all legal, and they can't get me to move it. So that's my main focus now, is to get it legal. It's a quick cool tip for you. If you use these cheap wet wipes over your finger, no chemicals or anything, just sensitive baby wet wipes, you can really get in the gaps and grab all the little bits and clean them out. If you look what I've done, that was all with wet wipes. I was able to get right in there, all the little holes crevices. Yeah. There we go. That's looking much cleaner now. Now I'm just going to let this dry out and turn my eye to this. Now, we need a U-bend that will go from there to there without kinking. It's just tough, isn't it? How am I going to do this? Right, let's get the pipe off and have a play. I swear, man, these things are the biggest idiots in the world to get off. I hate them. Breaking the seals on these things is the worst. Wow. So we need to go from that one to that one. From there to there. Just noticed that one side of the pipe is absolutely full of like grit and stuff. And the other side's clean. It's interesting, isn't it? I can't get any of these pipes to do a U-bend, so I'm going to have to nip down to Halfords and see if I can get some hose connectors and fashion some kind of U-bend out of what I've got here. Yeah, because I don't know how to plug this gap here. Anyway, let's go and have a look in the shop, see what we can find. Right, just got back from the shop. That was lovely and stressful. I couldn't find anything anywhere. Halfords didn't have anything, but I did find these at Screwfix, and they do fit roughly in the ends of the tubes. So what I'm going to do is figure out how I'm going to use sections of this pipe to create a U-bend. Might be a bit long. So far, it looks weirdly like that could work. What a fluke. May not even have to cut anything. So there we go. I managed to wrestle it on. I'm going to pin it up there like that, but there's no kinks. There's not going to be any kinks either. It all looks right how it should be. So yeah, there we go. We've plumbed the Webasto out of the system, and I've just used these little fellas to do it. Thanks to these things. Came in very useful. Go on, Steve, get him. Yeah.
Flying in my spaceship through the streets I'm blazing. Get close, get close. Now I'm gonna shapeshift. Flying in my spaceship. Are you gonna chase it? Get close, get close. Take a chance, don't waste it. Flying.
Right, it's morning time. I want to show you something. They are my bolts in there, the rusty bolts, and they have been soaking for days. Honestly, I just haven't had time to sort them out. But yeah, and they're the brackets that go on the shock absorbers for the brake hoses. Look, you can even see that line where the rust has been taken away? That is madness. Anyway, let's have a look. There's the bit that was exposed, and look at the rest. It's actually done a pretty amazing job, isn't it? It's actually not bad at all. I mean, it's been in there for a long time, mind. See the other one. The other one was really bad. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't. I don't know if that's just going to come off easily or what, but let's give it a try. Right, so I've been to a cool shop, and all those rusty bolts have now been replaced. Like, there's the old ones and there's the new ones. They're zinc coated, but they'll be fine. There we go, look, lovely, much better. But I've just realised there's something else I've got to do. Absolute last minute chaos, and I forgot I've got shocks and springs absolute last minute chaos, and I forgot these. I need to put these springs on these shocks, so they're coming with us. Take them down to Bino's workshop, whack them on. Look at that, beautiful. There. Ah, top mounts. Top mounts as well. Look at that. Lovely job. Nice. Smooth as silk. This is it. This is the final day. I spent a lot of time sorting stuff out. Steering knuckles have all been painted. The suspension, we took that to the workshop and had all the springs put on and everything. So the paint, the top mounts even, have been enamelled. Everything has been painted in black enamel engine paint. If you have a look over here, I've rigged up a loop, and this is because the Webasto is no longer on there, so the water just recirculates now as if it was never there. Underneath here, I've cleaned out everywhere, and I've painted the top mounts, put rust converter in there. All this water that's been caught by these. Look at that. So that's lovely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of that fluid film, and I'm going to make sure it stays nice and lubricated around the top mounts and over all my new parts. This car has to move today. This is it, the last day. I've got to bang it all together. I've had hardly any sleep because of my daughter. But yeah, this is it now. Let's get cracking. Pretty sure it's going to rain as well. It's feeling very windy and stormy today. It literally only takes like 2 minutes to clean something while it's off the car. I just don't see why not. When I first started uploading, so many of you recommended fluid film to me, saying that this was better than wax oil and it's the ultimate rust protection. And I got myself a can finally. So hopefully this is a start of a beautiful friendship between me and fluid film. I've cleaned out all the seals and things on everything I can really, and just look at that. It's absolutely wonderful how much better everything seals when it's clean. It's already starting to rain, so I'm glad I've started with all this stuff and getting the wipers in so I can seal up this window area. I think that's in right now. I'm a bit concerned though, because this rain is really starting to come down. I think we're going to be in trouble. Big trouble. So hopefully that's all okay. Right, let's get this big thing in now. It's as wet inside as it is outside, so let's strap it in. I'm so dumb that I didn't realise how am I going to put the top mounts in with the wipers there, so I've got to take them out again. Well, that's the shocks mounted. Next up, I need to get my steering knuckles. I'm going to put those on and then do my wheel bearings afterwards. It's quite weird how these are set up. Apparently that's the right way. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got to rotate it that way one more, haven't I? Damn it. It's really confusing me, this shock, because it's the only way it will go on, but that thing's like tucked around there. And if I put it the other way, it's too far this way. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm just going to do it like this because I can't see any other way. But it's really thrown me off because the steering knuckle's going to be pointing that way. It's going to be off. I'm just so confused right now. I feel overwhelmed and confused. Are the shocks the wrong way round? Are they sided? Does that one need to go on the other side? I just don't know. Because the other one is straight. See? That's how it should look. So why wouldn't the other one do that? Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Oh my God. You f***ing turned the top mount, you idiot. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. How am I this dumb? How have I survived for this long? So you just turn the top mount before you put it in. Oh, I have literally spent about 40 minutes undoing these, lifting them up, putting them back in, trying to get them to face right, and all I had to do was turn it. I just rotated it. I hate my brain. I really do. I hate my brain. So I bought this tool, and apparently it undoes the pinch bolt thingy to make it easy to slide stuff on and off. Let's give it a go. In fact, I'm going to put my wheel bearing on first. So let's do a wheel bearing in this nice cozy little space, and then we'll put the other one on in a minute on the car. I can't think. I honestly can't. I feel overwhelmed. I feel so stressed right now. A lady from the housing association turned up and yeah, threw me off. So I'm a bit like flustered now. These are for my ABS sensors. Whew. Here. So I'm going to grease them up a bit and shove these in. Right, here we go. Next ABS sensor. So basically what this tiny little device does is you spin that boltlet there and it opens up a gap like that. And it's actually designed for these things. So you can slide the steering knuckle onto the shock absorber easily, which is great because I realised that I was not in the mood to be messing around and I want it to go nice and smoothly, this part. My problem now is my little tool keeps slipping out because there's a little tab sticking off the back of the shock, and every time I get to the tab this just pops out and then it won't move. I've had enough, but we've got to keep going. I managed to get one on. Whew. I just managed to get it to stay right on the tip and opened it up just enough to slide it the rest of the way without it slipping off by doing it really carefully. Oh my goodness me, my giddy aunt, as they say. Right, on to the next bit. What's the next bit? The other side, I guess. Woo! I'm really confused right now because the tool that you need to do these up, I don't seem to have it, which I don't understand how it's possible because I've taken all this stuff off. So why the hell don't I have the correct tool for this? I've just been looking around for ages, but I'm running out of light, so I'm just gonna have to get the other side on, do as much as I can, and I'll have to leave that bolt till last. Man, this is really annoying. The wind is really picking up now. I've got so much to do. Let's get this off. Get this drive shaft through here. Steve? Steve? Where are you? There you are, buddy. Hello, mate. Haven't seen you for a bit, have I? Yeah, can you do this for me, mate? Yeah, clean up that, thanks. You didn't give me a nut. Luckily, I kept the old ones. I think. There's one. Luckily, I have the old ball joints lying around, so I've got nuts for these. Not in the best condition, but better than nothing, which is what I would have had, thanks to the supplier. Nah, we don't send you new nuts, you have to use your old ones again. Right, I've got this tie rod stabiliser link back on, drive shaft in. Those need tightening up. I'm going to put this steering rack on and the ABS sensor. Yeah, we're getting there slowly. It's good that I'm getting this side done because this side is the windy side. I'm getting pummeled by wind and rain.
Everything was taking much longer than I expected. It reminded me of watching YouTube tutorials where they make everything look easy. You go out full of confidence and happy and spend 3 hours getting 2 bolts off. You go back, check their video, and they've edited it all out. Well, there was a storm coming. And I mean a literal storm.
I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it's absolutely hammering it down. I'm just taking a little bit of shelter for a minute. There's tools everywhere. I am in chaos, absolute chaos right now.
I started to think all this was a big mistake. Maybe Mr. and Mrs. Jones are right to report me. Maybe I should have scrapped it and hired a nice clean electric car like they did, instead of forcing them to look at this mess outside their house. Or maybe Mr. and Mrs. Jones are wrong. Maybe making new things and throwing away the old things is the real problem. Perhaps being green isn't nice and clean. Maybe being green is hard work and it's not pretty, and that's why people don't want to do it.
I've been out here for 12 hours now in this storm, putting it back together, and I'm going to stop now and go in. I can't do any more. I'm just exhausted. I'll have to finish the rest tomorrow. Whoa. Right, well, last night was ridiculous. I think it took me about over 12 hours to put all this together. And it's not all done right. There's bits that I need to do. I haven't put the arch liners in. It's all tied up there. I think I've got a cold now from being out in the cold rain and wind for so long. I've got to put the grill on, blow this tyre up, and I'm going to stick a battery on it and see if it starts up. Like a glove. Here we go. A little look during the day. Oh, what a mess. Really. Such a shame, it really is. You know? I really wanted to do this well and do it right. And yeah, I've ended up just having to do another rush job, just like I didn't want to do. It's really disappointing. Anyway, I know I've got to replace these. They just kept spinning, and that was causing me a nightmare last night in the rain. And also up here, same thing. I need to replace these and these, and I want to paint the calipers up and make them look nice again. Yeah, and I need to put the arch lining in. The splash guards aren't in either. I may as well do those. Yeah, there's loads to do, but let's get it moved and then I won't be in a rush. Horrible, horrible couple of days. Right, now I have to take this battery out of the Toyota and put it in there, because this is actually the Touran battery, because my Toyota battery died on me the other day. So let's swap it back and see if it starts. Still looking nice in there. Wow, it's soaking wet under here from that storm last night. Got really windy as well. Right, in goes the battery. I almost forgot to put water in. Well, lemonade. I prefer to run all my cars on a healthy dose of 50% lemonade and 50% coolant. Well, I started to get really mouldy in here now as we've hit winter. I've got a lot of work cut out for me. Right, let's see if this thing starts up. Please, please start. Fuel pump. And again. Ready? Oh my gosh. I actually cannot believe how easy that was. Whoa, stinks though. This thing hasn't ran in months and months. I cannot believe how easily that started. That is shocking. See, how can you get rid of a car like this? Huh? Not even in limp mode. Amazing. There we go. Absolutely amazing how you can just leave these things for months and months on end and they drive like you never left them. The track, all the work I've done is excellent. The tracking is spot on. It's better than it's ever been. There we go. Wow. This is all the chaos that's left. Hey, what a pile of stuff here. All for the scrap man. Awesome thing. This parcel shelf has been really useful. I think a light up here and like a parcel shelf tool kind of desk thing would be amazing for when you're working on cars at night or something. 10 mil. Absolute chaos, man. Chaos.